Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Aspiring Authors Lab Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational book coach, and I have taught hundreds of women how to be successful and generate revenue writing their books. And that's something I love to teach you. So hit the share button and share this broadcast out to your friends. And you know the theme for this month has been developing a wealthy mindset. Developing a wealthy mindset. And today I have a hot topic for you. You know, I may have not even thought about this topic, but I'm gonna tell you about it. Let me give you the topic first. It's connecting your story to your audience. Connecting your story to your audience, and that's something very important. That's very vital, y'all, to connect your story to your audience. Now, on yesterday, I was in the Zoom meeting with a group of men, and we were talking about our prospective industries, and they were giving me referrals to women who they knew either were in the process of writing their books or aspiring authors who had a story to tell. It was a very great good meeting. There was great value in the room, and lots of encouragement, and I appreciated that they invited me to be a part of them. So I'm a, let me tell you this, okay? Your story should never have the same perplexity as the people that you're writing to, but should always result in them getting value and seeing themselves on the other side of their current situation. Now, I was asked if I had been trained to do this type of coaching. And there's nothing wrong with training, y'all, to be a coach. But what I believe in is authenticity. Authenticity. Because how are you ever going to show someone the way if you not have experienced it physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually? How can you do that? How can you show someone the way if you've never been there? Let me give you an example. We have bus driver friends, and they would be livid when the people in the office were scheduling their routes because it resulted in these routes being all mixed up and backwards. You see, the schedulers or the routers, they only did it from the office standpoint, only from the office. And they never had experience of actually being on the road to see if the route really made sense. Okay? So, it was a very good question. I told him no. But what I teach is 100% experience and using my God given talents in which I formulate all of my teachings and lessons. That's how it comes about. You have to understand this. I have a coach, and I do enroll in classes and seminars because I have to be ahead of the curve in my industry, okay? Because everything is constantly evolving, and everybody needs a coach. But your connection with your audience should always be from an authentic position. That's very important. Now, I want you to pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you. This is my story, okay? It stems from me being laid off twice, back to back, through no fault of my own. This is when the housing market went bust in 2006. I couldn't find a job. I went into depression because I was stressed out about not being able to pay my bills, had to make arrangements to pay my bills. And that had never happened to me before, y'all. Never. Because I had always been used to paying my bills on time and before time. Because I hate telling people something and I'm not able to keep my word. Okay? That really bothers me. I would put in my resumes in the morning and cry all afternoon because no one had called me back for an interview. Now, get this. I had an impeccable resume, all this education and experience, and couldn't get a job. Nobody was calling me. I finally got a job after many weeks, okay, of going around that emotional roller coaster. I worked 7 months, got laid off again because there was a bank merger and they closed that location. I would have to reapply for a job, but no guarantee of getting back my same position. So, what was I going to do? What was I going to do, y'all? So, writing has always been my hobby. Always. I had to take a hard look and see what I had to work with. What did I have in my hands? Because I just wrote for fun and to see how far I could expand my mind. That was all I used to do, you know? But let me tell you this. When the rubber met the road, I took what was once a hobby and I began writing and selling my books for profit. Okay? No more fun. Selling my books for profit. Sure, I had to overcome obstacles, but I pressed through. I pressed through those obstacles. And next, I began to receive referrals from my friends with people who wanted to write books. And I started publishing their books. Then I turned that into coaching aspiring authors how to write their books, how to overcome objectives that were holding them back, and creating a continuous stream of revenue. A continuous stream of revenue, y'all. I took what was in my hands and I created a viable business. And that's something that I love teaching people how to do. How else are you going to connect with your audience without being authentic? Think about it. How else are you going to connect? Because you know their pain points because you've been there. You don't have to research and find out what's keeping them up at night, what they need to overcome. Why? Because you lived it. You lived it. Connecting your story to your audience is very important. And I'm glad, I had that conversation yesterday because, I wouldn't have probably never had thought of that to have this for a topic this morning. It was very good because it gave me something to write about and to tell you, How are you going to show somebody the way? Only from a class. How are you going to show, a class that you just took to say you got this or you got that? How are you going to do that? I understand that some things are needed, but you still need experience. You need experience, y'all. There is a connection that cannot be faked. It has to be experienced. Point blank. Like I said, that was a great question that gentleman asked because it got me thinking, how many people write books and have never gone through the experience? And I'm going to tell you, it's out there. Y'all, there's a lot on these internet streets. I listen to many different things and I read different things because it's important for me to know what's out here. And I once was listening to this gentleman who was teaching people how to make money writing ebooks and how they can make fast money. that was a clincher right there, fast money, y'all. Telling them how to just put something together from the information found on the internet and sell their ebooks on Amazon. Yo, there's some trash out there, okay? There's some trash out there. And the best part about it, people fall for that junk. Just to make a quick dollar. They fall for that junk. They'll buy it and they'll fall for it. Then they'll try to do it and it won't work. If you truly want to write your book, this is not the way to write your book, y'all. This is not the way to do it. I always tell you that there's more to writing a book than just putting a bunch of words together, putting those words between two covers and calling it a book. It's a writing journey. It's a writing journey. Always take pride in what you do. Concentrate on serving people, not swindling them for just $1, beating them out of $1, because that's your focus. No, your focus should be on serving the people with your message to get them on the other side of their situation, their circumstance. When you serve people well and you tell them of your experience, they could see themselves out of that situation. You give them the highs, you give them the lows. You give them something to work with. So always connect your story to your audience. It's a win-win situation. A win-win situation. Have experience before you try to get out there and say this has happened and that has happened, and you just scouring the internet getting all this information. If you've never been there, you can't take them there because you've never been there. There's no connection there. So if you need some help in any of the things that I mentioned to you on this broadcast, get on my calendar and schedule a free 15-minute discovery call. You could go there by going to bit.ly/generate revenue 2021. Again, that link is bit.ly/generate revenue 2021. And ladies, let me tell you, you have a wealth of resources and experience. So let's design your approach to writing your book. There's a lot inside of you. You just have to tap into it. Okay? So again, that link is bit.ly/generate revenue 2021. And I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me on the Aspiring Authors Lab Morning Show. I'm your host, Gertrude J. Chapman, your #1 inspirational book coach. Don't forget to share this message out with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. But remember, this is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.